Hi, welcome back to Happy Apple Core Homestead. Today is March 5th, 2025, and I would love to take you for my March garden tour. I'm doing a ton of work out there, getting it prepared for planting, and I would also like to show you my little baby seedlings. They're so cute. After taking the year off last year, I am just raring to go to plant the garden. I'm very excited about it and definitely pumped for this year. This month, March, is also when we will plant out the carrot seeds and also the pea seeds. There's lots of cool weather crops you can be planting in the month of March. All of your greens, you can plant all of those, all of your cool weather crops. I'm planting a canning garden, so I'm really honing in on those foods in bulk that we eat a lot of during the year. So my variety isn't as big as it normally is, but it's still going to be good and it's still going to be beautiful, and I'm very, very happy. So let's head on out to the garden. I will show you the progress that I have made so far. Here we are entering the garden. We do have some pots of things left over from last year. Some of them will come back and some of them won't, but I will get them cleaned up. We have a lot of strawberries, little volunteers over in here that I have to dig up and put somewhere else. And here is the blueberries and the rosemary. This is the ARP rosemary. My friend Gabrielle told me about it. It grows so well in our climate. If you remember from my other videos, this is where my hose is supposed to go and all of my irrigation. This whole thing here has to be redone, and that has to happen before the weather gets too warm. So we've got at least a couple months. And down here we have the grapevines. I have done a ton of work on pruning these down, but I still have, like, this one is done. It just needs to, we need to tighten up the trellis lines, and then I'll attach them to the trellis. And the ones down here definitely still need a little bit more pruning. But if you look back on my other videos, you can see I have definitely done a lot. And as we get closer and closer down here to the hemrod, you can see how much more work I still have yet to do. And these raspberries were new ones from last year, so they didn't really need a whole lot of pruning, or they're not raspberries, I'm sorry, they're blueberries, and they didn't need a lot of extra attention. These are raspberries, all still very dormant. This bed here has a really thick layer of leaf mulch on it, which has been lovely to keep the weeds down. There's some more blueberries. I'm hoping they do better this year. You can see they are starting to become active. This bed here and all the way down the length of that one also has that thick leaf mulch. I wish I had done even more of that. We'll look down the middle. So we've got quite a bit of the weeding done. What's going to happen after I get the weeding finished is I will order my compost and get a really nice thick layer put into each of the beds. Some blueberries coming to life. This trough here has some leaves in it, but it's going to need not only compost, but some more garden soil as well. Same with this one. This one has more weeding. It doesn't look like it, but there's actually a bunch of rhizomes down there in the bottom that I still need to get out. And this is my rhubarb bed. And you can see signs of life. The garden is really muddy. You can probably hear my boots squishing. Pretty typical for this time of year. These two beds here still need to be weeded out. I'll take you over here. We have some beautiful thyme. I'm gonna harvest it, but I am pulling the plants this year. Like, see how beautiful that is? I don't want it to go to waste. I could transplant it, but I'm probably not going to. All right, let's go back. The sunshine is coming. Look how pretty. Here is the strawberry bed. I do need to get in here and remove those brown leaves so that the new growth can see the sunlight. These are new raspberry plants from last year, so they don't need to be weeded. This bed is comfrey, and we have new comfrey coming up. I need to decide if I'm gonna pull all of this or not. I don't know. I haven't decided. And this is a thornless blackberry. I want to get another one to put next to it. This is the yarrow trough, and I cut this down, but I need to pull all of these out. And they're not too hard to get out, but it will make it easier and prettier when the new plants come up. Back here is where I planted my garlic, since I wasn't planting last year, and it's coming up beautifully. Has a really thick layer of leaf mulch on top, and they did well over the winter. This is my other rhubarb bed, and it's coming up too. I know this all looks gross here, but it's good compost. Why buy it if I have it already, right? I'll give you a quick overview, and then I'll show you my little baby seedlings. Here are my seedlings. I would like to bring your attention to this lettuce. Do you notice how all of these cells, the lettuce is getting a little bit leggy and really leaning toward the light here? That's pretty common because I've got quite an overhang between the light and the end of my tray. They will do okay. It's just something I have to keep an eye on. I can move these trays around. Sometimes that is helpful. But yeah, this is pretty common if you don't get light. Sufficient light is very important for these new little baby seeds. Back behind there, we've got cabbage growing. Here we have a pretty little patch of marjoram, and behind there we've got celery and purslane. A lot of the seeds haven't germinated yet. We'll be checking them in a week and replanting ones that failed germination. Like for example, this tray of lettuce. I don't know if I just used a really old pack of seeds or what, but there's only a couple that have germinated. I'll give them a few more days just to see, but they should look like that other lettuce I just showed you. And over here we have our tomatoes, looking pretty good. There's a couple there I noticed where I got two seeds together, and you'll want to thin those ones out pretty early on. Once they get tangled up together and grow a little bit bigger, you can really damage the root system. And here we've got our jalapenos. We've got two trays of the jalapenos, and here too you can see there's a couple that didn't germinate. But we'll give it a couple more days, and then I'll bring you up here and we'll find out what our germination rate was and get some more seeds planted. Here we've got a nice full tray of onions. There's just one seed planted per cell. I could have done more, but onions are a little bit more difficult to separate. They don't mind the separation as much as the tomatoes do, but I just had the proper number of cells for the number of onions that I wanted. Back behind these onions, we have some chamomile and some lemon balm. Got some marigolds back there. And that, my friends, is my March 2025 Pacific Northwest Zone 8B garden tour. Can you tell I'm excited? I really truly am. Tell me down in the comments what you guys are doing with your garden. How are you preparing it for spring planting? Also, I don't know who needs to hear this, but somebody out there does. March is the perfect time of year to sharpen your tools and service your rototiller and your lawnmower. I know we are going to be doing those things because there is nothing worse than all geared up to go and get your work done, and it's a sunshiny day and your lawnmower blades are dull and your hoe won't work and your scissors aren't sharp. So that is perfect extra maintenance that you can do during the month of March, even on rainy days. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I have a ton of information coming up for you. I'm going to teach you how to make a ton of natural herbal products like lip balm, dishwasher detergent, laundry soap, shampoo, athlete's foot powder. You guys, I've got a list this long, and I am stoked to be sharing all of my knowledge with you. So make sure you stay connected to me, stay tuned, consider becoming a member, help me do what I do, and just join me, be a part of the community. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Bye!